The big story here for UFC 244, though, obviously the main event, Diaz and Jorge Masvidal, the BMF title. An interesting concept, that belt. I'm just curious, what you think about that, because obviously maybe a one-off, not the undisputed title. Just what are your thoughts on that whole idea, the BMF title?
I mean, the BMF title, like me and Rumble, I talked to Anthony Rumble a couple weeks ago and was talking about it. Like, it's kind of nonsense. The BMF is the champ of the weight class. So right now, the BMF is Kamaru Usman. You know what I mean? If anything, he should be fighting next time he fight Kobe. That should be for the belt and the BMF. That's the BMF. But, it's cool. It brings attention to it. It brings more people to watch the fight. It's a big fight. It's a big card. And those two are bangers, and it's good. People want to see that. So it's cool to put a little hype behind it, but it's kind of nonsense. Like, what are you going to do when you retire? You're going to tell your kids, oh, Dad, were you the world champ? Like, no, I never won a champ, but I was the BMF champ. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it is what it is.
Yeah. I think it's great and something unique, like you said. You're absolutely right. And actually, I'm a fan of both are fighters, but my Jorge Masvidal, he's my Cuban comrade, and of course I'm on his side. And but as a MMA fan, it's going to be a really enjoyable fight to watch.
I guess it's interesting. I don't know. I feel like for the fighters, they're like, yeah, whatever. As long as you bring more people to the fight that we're going to be at. I think that's more, definitely more for the fans. Like, I don't think any fighters like, man, I'm jealous. I wish I could get that fight. I think they're more like, I wish I could get paid for that fight. But the title, I'm like, it's just, I think it's more for the fans. But yeah, it's cool. If it brings more people to the event, I'm down for it.
What would you think of a female BMF title?
I think they should do one. That would be good. Yeah, why not?
I think it's an amazing idea, It's a great sell and perfect idea in my opinion.
And maybe you can fight for one in the middleweight division at some point, right?
Possibly, yeah. Let's do it.
I think it's fun, fighting such a serious sport. I'm glad the UFC is, having a little bit of fun with it, I think it's a great idea. They should do it for every weight class, for some certified gangsters out there.
Yeah, then maybe you can get your own BMF title,
yeah,
right?
That's what I'm saying. I need one, I'm definitely certified.
Nah, it's an awesome concept. I like it. I enjoy the moments for sure. And it's going to be a huge fight. And I'm going to enjoy the fight for sure. So can't wait till the moment.
I get both sides. Because before I was a fighter, I was a fan. So I love the promotion side of it, the fan side of it. People are digging it. They love it. On the fighter side, there's a lineage that's got to be respected. Now you're standing over here as a fighter, like they're making up belts now, like kind of disrespectful and kind of BS, But I get both sides.
It definitely opens up the floodgates. Now we see that this is a possibility, and it means that anything can really happen. I think eventually you might get to the point where there's different divisions inside the UFC's divisions. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be am I against it? To be honest, no, not really. I mean, as long as it don't get too crazy, like boxing or something, as long as we have a direct path and things that we can shoot for, then I'm all for it. Like, let's do it.
I think it's good because you got to keep it entertaining. This is what we are doing, entertaining the crowd, entertaining the people. So I'm pretty sure that a lot of people wanted to see the BMF title whenever it was brought up. So I guess it's good for business.
To be honest, I have no thoughts about it. Doesn't serve me anything. But I think it's cool. It's something that they're doing to kind of commend, two of, one of the toughest fighters in the division. So it's cool that they're doing all that. But at the end of the day, I got tunnel vision. I got my blinders on, and I'm here for me. I'm focused on my fight. I'm focused on my win, and I'm focused on my two teammates, winning that night as well, Julio Arce, Shane Burgos. And I'm looking to get the job done and sit back and enjoy the rest of the night because it's an amazing card and a lot of great fights that night.
O Nate Diaz, eu acho que ele vai vencer. The Nate is winner.
You know what? I like it. I feel like the people that have negative things to say about it, fighters and fans alike, is like, chill out. It's not they're not going to give them an actual belt. There's not going to be a BMF division. You know what I mean? Like, relax. It's two guys that just want to, look at their fights and their fighting style. They earned that title. So I'm glad that, they're giving them this spotlight to do it. when could you ever think another fight that is not a title fight be a pay-per-view main event at Madison Square Garden, you know? So, yeah, obviously they're doing this thing. They're putting that BMF title to help sell it. But it's well-deserved by both guys. So I like it, you know? They are two bad motherfuckers, and, you know, I can't wait to watch that fight.
Yeah. It is very unique, and it goes to show that the game is changing. You know, 5, even 10 years ago, nobody would ever even think about doing something like this. It's kind of got that WWE vibe to it, you know? But, you know, the fans are loving it. I know the UFC is kind of leaning towards what the fans want nowadays, and they're loving it. It's bringing a lot of hype to this card for sure. I don't think it's anything that they're going to be defending. I think it's just a one-time thing, and I think it's different. I think that's a kind of a good thing. But you know, then again, I wouldn't want to fight for one. I want to fight for the real belt. You know.
Are you excited to see The Rock?
You know what? I think everybody's excited to see The Rock. Well, there's gonna be a lot of people there just to see The Rock, not even to watch the fights. But hopefully, I'll get to meet him for sure.
Yeah, of course.